Saturday night baseball here in Nanaimo. Chilly night as the Elks look to get back on track. 62 degrees, some wind and overcast overhead, but still a baseball game to be played, and we're happy to have you with us right here on Bend Elks YouTube. I'm Aiden O'Neill. Thanks so much for taking some time out of your weekend evening. Last night the Elks dropped it to the Night Owls 8-4 in the opening game of this series. And once again, it was the offense, which has been trying so hard to get back on track, just falling short, but there was some life late in that ninth inning. And they'll look to build off of it today. The righty on the mound for Nanaimo is Tyler Clements out of Gilbert, Arizona, went to Basha High School, and now goes to Colorado State Pueblo. He'll wind and fire. The first pitch of the game to Keaton Nato, the Elks leadoff batter. And it misses low, 6:38. Our time for the first pitch. Elks in their all-black pinstripe uniforms, Nanaimo in their baby blue tops, as the 1-0's fouled away down the right field line off the netting. It's a baby blue top with a big Nanaimo Night Owl mascot across the front, white cap with some navy in it as well, and white pants. 1-1. Fastball called to strike at the base of the zone by our home plate umpire tonight, Nick Moore. It's Blaze LeVay at third, Owen Naporalski at first. Three-man crew just like we had in Victoria. 1-2 to Nato. Breaking ball misses outside. That one a slider, 2-2. Nato has been a spark plug for these Elks out of Cal State San Bernardino tonight, tasked with being the leadoff man. 2-2 fastball, tapped foul near the Elks dugout and fielded by the man in the hole, Dimitri Sasidko. Tyler Clements, a 5.73 ERA entering this outing. 11 innings pitched, 16 Ks to just 5 walks. He's going to fill up that zone. The Elks got to be prepared for it. Shakes off his catcher a couple of times and now comes home. Breaking ball, grounded softly to Florence at short, fields it deep in the 6th hole, throw to first. In time, and on the transfer, Hayes lost it at first, but ultimately the out since the catch was complete. That's how this ball game gets started, and with that, let's take a look at the rest of this Elks lineup. Marcus Galvin hitting now, then Dimitri Sasidko, Troy Sanders, Julian Unai, Brady Pettit, Nate Snakenborg, Cam Beck, and Isaac Pfeiffer. Some pop and thunder in the back end of the lineup. Chance to maybe get some more pitches to hit. First pitch to Galvin's a heater that misses down. You think those guys, Snakenborg, Beck, Pfeiffer, they're traditionally in the middle of the order. So the thought of them being towards the bottom means more pitches to hit. The 1-0 fastball gets the outside corner. Marcus Galvin, a 2-hit night on Friday night against Nanaimo, swinging a hot bat, one of the Elks' best hitters. 1-1, called to strike as Clements throws it right down the heart of the plate. The defense playing him straight up with a slight breeze from left to right. 1-2, slider misses low. The defense around the horn for the Nanaimo Night Owls, who were 20-17, 3 games above 500 entering tonight. Lee Musser and Nanez in the outfield left to right. 2-2. Fastball grounded to the first baseman Hayes. He feels it, will take it himself to first, despite quite a bit to run, and will get Galvin by a couple of steps. A quick 2 outs in the opening inning. You heard the outfield, it's O'Day and Florence on the left side, Mold and Hayes on the right side of the infield, with Springs doing the catching. Ethan Reynolds, the best hitter for Nanaimo, just DHing tonight. Dimitri Sasidko, the Elks lone all-star, steps up with 2 away, and the first pitch slider misses up. Rare day off for Sasidko, who's been tasked with a heavy workload to start this season, and it's hard to keep him out of the lineup. 1-0, popped up foul territory. First base side, Hayes ranging near the dugout. He reaches into it and makes the catch amidst all of his teammates. A great play by the first baseman in Hayes, taking away a foul ball into his own dugout. The Elks go down in order, 1-2-3 to the home half of the first. Ryan McDougall out there for Bend when we return on Bend Elks U2. Bottom of the first inning here in Nanaimo. The Night Owls coming up after the Elks go down in order. And it'll start off with Bo Musser, who led it off yesterday for Nanaimo. McDougall's first pitch of the game blows a fastball by Musser. And he swung so hard he almost fell over, swinging through it. Ryan McDougall, the starter for the Elks tonight, newly committed to Omaha. And this will likely be his last start in an Elk uni. 0-1. Fastball misses just a hair above the bell. McDougall with some of the best pure stuff you'll see. Freshman year at Benedictine College and allowed him to make the jump to mid-major Division I, a good program at Omaha. 1-1. That heater misses down. Good take from Musser. McDougall a 5.82 ERA and 17 innings pitched. He struggled with the base on balls, though. When he gets in trouble, it's losing batters. 17 Ks to 20 walks. Hitters count for Musser. 2-1. Squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes in. When Musser led off this game yesterday, that's how it started, was him in the leadoff spot, laying down a bunt, and then the third baseman, Rowan O'Connor, made a throwing error. Got things going. 3-1. Fastball. Flied to deep right field. Going all the way back to the track is Isaac Pfeiffer, and he makes the catch on a ball that had a lot of backspin but stayed in the yard, fortunately. With one out, it's Santino Nanez, the right fielder for Nanaimo, and his Night Owl debut. McDougall fires a heater that misses away. See, 3 pitches from McDougall, the majority of it. Fastball, curveball, and then a hammer breaking ball. 1-0. Fastball, mixing a changeup too. That curveball, one of his best pitches. After Nanez, it's Reynolds, Hayes, Springs, Lee, Mold, O'Day, and Florence to round out the order. 2-0. Fastball misses down. Elks enter this contest 13-19. 6 games below 500, a spot that head coach Alan Cox has not been familiar with being in. 3-0. McDougall lost Nanez on 4 pitches.
Become a member today. Designated hitter number 23, Ethan Reynolds.
That allows for Ethan Reynolds to step up with a runner on base. Reynolds had a monster night last night as advertised for the All-Star out of Nanaimo from Bowling Green, Kentucky. McDougall's pitch, a slider that's chopped off the plate so high that it bounced to the shortstop. Unai coming in, fielded it on the run and made a strong throw to first to get Reynolds. Moving up to second on the play is Santino Nanez, but Julian Unai, since he's put on that Bend Elk uni, has impressed tenfold. Reynolds, of course, with below average speed, being the power threat that he is, leading the league in doubles. But still, that takes a perfect exchange on the run to make it look easy. And with two gone, it's Jacob Hayes. McDougall delivers. Slider checked his swing and completely went around. Two variations of a breaking ball, which makes McDougall so effective at his young age. Curveball and then can mix in a tight slider. Hayes in last night's contest homered to deep left field. Gets the start today at first. 0-1. Fouled right back through the glove of Snakenborg. The defense behind Ryan McDougall tonight, Sisidko, Nato, and Pfeiffer in the outfield from left to right. Petit, Unai, Sanders, and Beck from third to first, and Nate Snakenborg doing the catching. New look order that looks like it prioritizes a lot of offense. Hoping to break out of their spell. McDougall fires. A slider that misses up. Jacob Hayes, the Washington native. A lot of pop in the bat. With that for Nanaimo that at times comes with some swing and miss. With them in the box, leading the league in strikeouts. To a good strike thrower. 1-2. Fastball, got him swinging. Climbed the ladder and threw it just above the letters. Getting Hayes to chase. That'll end the inning, and McDougall keeps the runner out there on second, who cannot score. His first K of the night comes in a good spot. Will go to the second. No score on Bend Elks YouTube. Top of the second inning, Troy Sanders stepping up for the Elks, and he'll take a strike right down Broadway. Elks went down in order to open up this game. Sanders, Unai, and Pettit set to step up here. 0-1. Slider misses in tight. Sanders has to move out of the way of it. Troy Sanders also got the day off last night. The Elks leader in home runs with 7. 1-1. Fastball fouled right back. And with how this ballpark has played, and especially last night, Nanaimo poking out 3 home runs that all went a long way to the pull side, I couldn't help but think about Troy starting today and what it's going to look like. If he can get a hold of a ball, it'll go, as the 1-2 slider misses away. Good start for both starting pitchers. Sanders tied for second in the league in homers, but this time will strike out on the 2-2 slider that was down in the zone. The first K for the righty Tyler Clements. The Elks over the last 4 games have punched out 62 times, which has felt unheard of, but I'll tell you something, watching batting practice today, it did feel like the best BP of the year. Julian Unai will dig in and take a slider away. Now obviously batting practice doesn't directly correlate or translate to the game, but you hope they can take away some of those positives and build off of it. 1-0 fastball misses away. This is a guy in Julian Unai who's been outstanding since becoming an Elk. Just 2 games played, the lefty middle infielder, but a .500 average with 4 hits. 2-0. Fastball fouled away. Really good defensively up the middle of the infield, and although just 5'11", a strong 185-pound frame that has a ton of power potential. And he's so young, coming off his freshman year at Everett Community College, where you just imagine a world that he grows into his body and everything starts to click, how good he really can be. And a hitter's count here, 2-1, 1 out, nobody on. Clements fires. Fastball checks his swing at the top of the zone. Peel down to Blaze LeVay at third. He did not go. And Unai continues to work a good at-bat. Once he gets on, too, which he's done at a high rate, some speed on the paths. And on the 3-1, he'll pop it up, foul and out of play. Down the third baseline. Do it again. After Unai, it's Brady Pettit. Just underway here on a Saturday night in Nanaimo. The full count pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Looks like Tyler Clements went right back to that slider and got the call on the inside corner. 2 outs for Brady Pettit. That wind beginning to pick up from left to right. We're supposed to get some rain in the forecast tonight. First pitch slider to Pettit, called a strike at the belt. But shouldn't be too much of an issue with it just supposed to be light. 0-1 back to that slider and also called a strike. These Elks cannot pick up that pitch out of the hand of Tyler Clements. It's one of those sliders that works more vertically than horizontally. Snapping straight down. 0-2 back to it, and Pettit strikes out swinging. They didn't see that pitch at all. All 3 of the Elks hitters struck out on the same slider. And Tyler Clements feeling powerful after that frame. The side goes down to the bottom of the second on Bend Elks YouTube after this. Second inning of work for Ryan McDougall. Face the catcher, Clark Springs, as McDougall winds and fires a fastball that Springs is late on at the top of the zone. No score through the first inning and a half. Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. Thanks so much for joining us. This is Game 4 of our 8-game road trip as the 0-1 misses up, or rather, Game 5. Game 4 was last night. Then we have Game 6 tomorrow at 1 p.m. and then a doubleheader in Portland on Monday, which will be one of the longest travel days possible for these guys. The 1-1 slider popped up. Foul beyond home plate. Snakenborg gives it a look, but it goes into the first row. So Snake can't get it. Pre-game, I don't know if it was instruction from this umpire crew, but they tried to clear all the bunnies off the field. If you listened last night, it was chaos, and a lot of the game's storylines surrounded it. The 1-2. Slider popped up. Foul territory to Cam Beck at first. He has room near the dugout and makes the one-handed catch. Good start to the second for Ryan McDougall, bringing up Jaden Lee. But anyway, pregame, the great owner of Nanaimo, also the owner of the Victoria Harbor Cats, Jim, he was walking around with a net trying to catch the bunnies and bring them off the field so they wouldn't be as much of a distraction. McDougall's first pitch fastball called the strike at the knees. Now, safe to say it worked for the beginning because there was only one bunny that was just beyond home plate, not in the field of play. But already there's been more that have creeped into the field. 0-1 fastball gets the call, 0-2. And along with the one beyond home plate, I see 3 in left field, one of them being a brown bunny, the rest being black. 0-2. Slider skied foul and hit well down the right field line. Well ahead on Jaden Lee, the 0-2. McDougall got him on the half-hearted check swing. It was in the dirt, so Snakenborg had to block it, apply the tag with his bare hand. And that's Ryan McDougall's second strikeout. Completely broke down Jaden Lee's swing. With 2 outs, it's Easton Molda. McDougall delivers a fastball that misses down. But those bunnies last night were a distraction in a way. I mean, the one side of it was they were very cute, but also I was worried one of them was going to get hit. 1-0 fastball misses up. A couple of times the bunny was right near the batter's box, and Marcus Galvin, the catcher for the Elks, had to shoo him away. Umpire called time on numerous occasions, having to move the bunny out of the dirt circle. So far that hasn't been a problem. 2-0 slider, good get him over breaking ball. But we keep you updated on how all of it unfolds. No mold in the lineup last night. 2-1 slider away from Nanaimo, British Columbia. So a hometown product. And getting the start at second. McDougall's 3-1. Loses him on the 2-out walk, a fastball that was down and away. And the hitter's Liam O'Day. Could be a time for Easton Mold to run over there at first. McDougall's first pitch is a fastball that misses down and in. Liam O'Day, a 167 average in 24 at-bats. McDougall comes set. Is 1-0, is grounded past the glove of Pettit, who dove. Unai tries to go to second with the throw as he fielded it way deep in the 6-hole. But his throw to second to get Mold on the force out was not in time. A practically impossible play because of the hop it took. It's an infield single. As soon as it got by Brady Pettit, who even if he stopped it, likely would not have been able to throw him out at first. Just a good effort to keep it in the infield, but allows for Ryder Florence to hit with 2 runners on. Fastball misses up. Florence, the 9-hole bat, and then the top of the order after him. A 118 average for the Draper, Utah native. No homers, but 2 runs batted in. McDougal looking to get that command back. The 1-0. Fastball, there it is, at the bottom of the zone. Just the pure stuff from Ryan McDougal, it's there. And Wes Harper, the Elks pitching coach, constantly raves about how sky high the potential is for Ryan. His 1-1. Slider grounded softly to the glove side of Pettit. Goes to first with the throw, and that'll end the inning. Resilient from Ryan McDougal. An early jam, no harm. Pitching through a couple of runners on base. Still 0-0 as we go to the third on Bend Elks YouTube. Top of the third inning here in Nanaimo. No score in Game 2 of this 3-game set in British Columbia. Tyler Clements throws a heater inside to Nate Snakenborg that he takes. 6 up, 6 down thus far for Tyler Clements against this Elks order. Snakenborg, Beck, and Pfeiffer up this inning. And on the 1-0, Snakenborg grounds a ball softly to the second baseman Mold, who fields it, comes in, and throws to first. 1 out. With 1 out, it's Cam Beck, the Oregon State Beaver. Clements fires. Slider that misses low. That slider gave the hitters in the middle of the order for the Elks some fits, but have already seemed to have started to see it better. 1-0 fastball misses up and away. At Colorado State Pueblo this last year for Clements, a 7.55 ERA. And man, was he a workhorse. 64 1/3 innings pitched. 35 Ks to 22 walks. As his 2-0 is called a strike on the outer third. Cam Beck, all the potential in the world when we've seen him piece it together. Just a 213 average though. 2-1, fastball misses away.
Let's go, Owls. Let's go. Let's
One
go,
homer and
Owls.
2 runs batted in.
Let's go, Owls. Let's go. Keep it going.
3-1. Swung on and missed. A full count. Some swing and miss in the bat of Cam Beck, but the ability to also leave earth when he gets a fastball in his zone. Full count, fastball tapped foul to Isaac Pfeiffer on deck, who will field it there. One more time on that unique lineup construction. Cam Beck batting in the 8 hole, then Pfeiffer after him. Good chance for it to pan out. Full count slider, flipped into shallow left and down for a base hit. Over the glove of the shortstop in Florence by millimeters as he leaped up in the air to try to catch it but could not. Cam Beck has himself a 1-out single.
Jet flies. While also helping to build Jesse's house. To purchase your $10 tickets or a 3-pack for only $25, visit islandkidsfirst.rafflenexus.com today and help us build.
With one gone, it's Isaac Pfeiffer.
Right fielder number 25, Isaac Pfeiffer.
The pitch. Fastball skips into the glove of Springs on a first pitch ball. Pfeiffer in this 9 spot, a chance to flip the order right back over with Keita Nato, the leadoff man. Has been one of the Elks' best hitters over the last 2 weeks, an average sitting at .273 at the moment. 1-0. Fastball popped up, shallow right field, but the second baseman in Mold will come in and easily make the catch.
Back to the top of the order. Center fielder number 10, Keaton Nato.
Tough at-bat for the Elks right fielder and Pfeiffer, and Nato will look to pick him up. Generally, that team that's able to strike first has the best chance at winning, and the Elks seeking to do so. First pitch to Keita Nato, popped up, shallow right field. Coming in is Nanez, and he's there in time as Nato's retired on the first pitch he sees. So the Elks momentarily looked like they were stringing something together, and then 3 total pitches thrown from Tyler Clements to retire Isaac Pfeiffer and Keita Nato. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score and a pitcher's duel in Nanaimo on a Saturday night. Bottom of the 3rd inning, no score. And in between innings, out of nowhere, the rain has started to come down substantially. But they're still out there. McDougal's first pitch to Bo Musser is fouled off of the catcher in Snakenborg. Also got a piece of home plate umpire Nick Moore, but everybody okay. Just a moderate drizzle for this neck of the woods, I'm sure, but the entire Elks bullpen now heading back to the dugout. As the 0-1 misses up, some fans who were in the uncovered areas making their way under the awning. This will be what it looks like for the majority of tonight. 1-1. Slider called a strike. And in a game that's already been a pitcher's duel, this only benefits the pitchers even more and puts pressure on each player in the field to make those tough plays. 1-2 changeup misses down. A good take from Musser. Bo Musser flew out to open up this game on a ball that was driven to deep right field, but Isaac Pfeiffer caught it just before the wall. McDougall 2 Ks to 2 walks thus far, and the fastball to Musser is flipped foul down the third baseline. The Bunnies not ducking for cover yet. They're staying out there in the grass, even with the droplets falling down. Musser choking up on the bat from the left side. 2-2 fastballs driven deep to right field. Pfeiffer's going back. He's looking up, and it's gone. A 2-2 get it in count for Ryan McDougall. And he put a pitch right down the heart of the plate that's not coming back. 1-0 Night Owls in the third. Bo Musser's first of the summer. He's seeing McDougall well after that first at-bat where he almost went deep. Bringing up Santino Nanez, whereas DeBunt pulls back and takes. High wall in this ballpark to right field, so you've got to get some launch for it to go out, despite it being shorter dimensions at 332. And Musser, unlike his first at-bat, hit it high in the air, enough to clear that wall. 1-0 misses down and into Nanez. So that Elks bullpen will now be camping out in the dugout until they get called upon to go and warm up. Nanez walked his first time. 2-0 fastball misses down and in. As that mound starts to get wet, tougher for McDougall to plant his left foot when he's driving towards the mound. 3-0. But on the fastball there, he fills up the zone. Likely a lot of work done in between innings, but the rain has already lightened up, so I assume all night long it'll be just short spurts of heaviness. 3-1. Fastball misses high, ball 4. For the second time tonight, Ryan McDougall has lost Santino Nanez. And Wes Harper, after the home run and the walk, will head on out and chat with McDougall just to calm him down. First mound visit of the night for the Elks. And with that, we'll take a look around the West Coast League, our first look in of the night, Saturday, July the 11th. I hope all of you are getting your free Slurpees at 7-Eleven. I know an older tradition, but one that still needs to be followed through with. I'm hoping to do so post-game. Marion on top of Edmonton 3-2 in the top of the fourth. The Pickles and the Raptors 1-1 in the top of the third. Portland beat them last night in a thriller. Victoria on top of Kamloops 3-0 bottom 3 as Wes Harper departs. Reynolds steps up and McDougall readies with Nanez dancing off of first. McDougall steps off and Nanez goes back. Corvallis down to Springfield 4-0 in the top of the third. The Drifters out of nowhere have started to get hot. McDougall throws over to first to check on Nanez. It goes by Cam Beck into shallow right, and nobody's there. Nanez hits second. He'll head to third, and he'll stop there standing. A costly E1 on Ryan McDougall. And after it went over the head of Cam Beck, Isaac Pfeiffer wasn't there to back it up, nor was Troy Sanders. It's a two-base error. Although this goes down as an error on Ryan McDougall and the throw was high, one that it looked like Cam Beck likely should have squeezed. Infield stays back for Reynolds. First pitch fastball misses up and away. Just can't shoot yourselves in the foot too much if you're the Elks. Already 4 free passes in the third. 1-0. Fastball popped up, foul and out of play. Off the net in and coming back in. Just to finish up the West Coast League scores, Bellingham on top of Port Angeles, 1-0, top 3. Yakima and Walla Walla, 3-3 in the bottom of the second. And Kelowna and Wenatchee tied at 0-0. The 1-1 to Reynolds. Fastball lined on one hop to Troy Sanders at second. He'll field and throw to first, get Reynolds. But after that error, the ground out brings in a run. Santino Nanez crossing home. It's 2-0 Night Owls. So McDougall able to go back in the windup to Jacob Hayes and will fire in a slider for a strike. Just good bat to ball skills for Ethan Reynolds in that last at bat. He's currently in the lead for runs batted in the WCL as the 0-1 slider is called the strike. Entering tonight was tied with JT Summers of the Ridgefield Raptors at 34 and just picked up number 35, so something to watch. The 0-2 to Hayes. Slider tapped foul. Most of the high leverage guys for the Elks should be fresh tonight. 0-2. Slider, sky to deep right field. Pfeiffer's going back at the wall, looking up, it's off the top of it, and Pfeiffer's got to keep playing it. It bounces off. Hayes hits second, he'll head to third. The throw in is just a bit offline. It ends up being a triple, and I'm almost positive Isaac Pfeiffer was unaware of the dimensions out there in right, because it looked by the way he slowed up as soon as it hit off the wall that he thought it was a homer. Now here, it's a bit deceiving because if it hits the top wall, there's two. There's one that is the normal line that outlines the entire outfield, and then a tall wall. There's no line, though, that is yellow, which means if it goes over the shorter wall, it's a home run. So it hit that top wall, and in some parks, that would be a homer. Here, it's not. Batters Clark Springs, and on the first pitch he sees, it's a slider that's hung, hit deep to left field. Sidko ranging back. He drops it on the track. Coming in to score is Hayes. The second error of the inning, this one on Sidko. Allows for Springs to go to second. It's 3-0 Night Owls. Wow, how this inning has taken a turn in the blink of an eye. 3-0 Night Owls, runner on second. McDougall's first pitch fastball misses up and away. Just to recap, because I feel like everything happened so fast. This inning started off with a Bo Musser homer out to right, then a walk to Santino Nanez. Got to third on the error by Ryan McDougall on a pickoff attempt. 1-0 to Jaden Lee. Fastball misses way high. Snakenborg had to catch it. And he recognizes McDougall's struggles, so he's going to go out there and chat. Ethan Reynolds with the runner on third just put a ball in play. It brought in Inez. Then Jacob Hayes tripled off the wall where Isaac Pfeiffer slowed up as soon as it hit off. From the naked eye, it looked like he may have thought it was a home run and then realized it was in play. Good base running by Hayes, never stopping. Then Clark Springs reached on the error from Dimitri Sisidko in left field. Had a beat on it, but in this rain, you could get some droplets in your eyes, and it's tougher to track, tougher to run on soggy grass. Brought in a run, and now Lee steps up. The 2-0 check swing, he went around. Elks enter this contest bottom 2 in the league in fielding percentage. But tonight has not necessarily been on the Elks. I think the conditions play a big factor too, as the 2-1's tapped foul. Tough night to make plays, and that dirt has already gone from a light brown to a darker brown. Will likely get even closer to the color of black by the end of tonight. Rain's still falling, blowing from left to right. 2-2. Slider misses low. A good take from Jaden Lee. Leah's first time through struck out. 3-2, 1 out, bottom of the third. 3 runs in this frame for the Night Owls. 3 hits in their column to 1 hit for Bend. The payoff. Got him swinging on a slider. And Jaden Lee chases down and away. Ryan McDougall's third K.
Second baseman number 12, Easton Mold.
Two outs for Easton Mold. McDougall delivers. Fastball misses down. Good stop from Snake as the mask pops off. Looks like the Elks have somebody in the bullpen stretching, nobody actively throwing. Easy to make out that somebody's getting loose because there's no other reliever even sitting in the pen with this light rain falling. McDougall's pitch count already sky high at 58 because of this inning that's ballooned it. 1-0. Slider called the strike. Still early. If you're going to give up a crooked number, you hope that it's in the game in the third inning, gives your offense time to come back. But you want to keep it here and limit that damage. McDougall's 1-1. Fastball misses low, kicks away from Snakenborg and allows for the runner and Clark Springs to move up to third. So he reached second on the error and then gets to third on the wild pitch. That rain starting to pick up even more and fall harder. Ryan McDougall in between pitches is looking at his spike as it's getting muddy. 2-1 slider called a strike on the outside corner. Two with 2 outs to Easton Mold. And this 3-0 Night Owl lead. The pitch is a slider that misses away. For Easton Mold, looking to drive in a run. Has himself 8 driven in on the year. The payoff, fastball called, strike 3 on the inside corner.
Not without damage done, Owls fans after 3.
To end the inning, Easton Mold thought he saw ball 4, was ready to walk down to first. But home plate umpire Nick Moore says not so fast. McDougall's 4th K of the game, 2nd of the inning. But not after a frame where the Elks hurt themselves. The leadoff homer to Bo Musser, of course, but then 2 costly errors, one on the pitcher McDougall, one on the left fielder Sisidko. Gives the Night Owls a 3-0 lead. Although Tyler Clements was dominant, already a new pitcher coming in. It's the Southpaw. And we'll have all of that and more on him after this break on Bend Elks YouTube. Nanaimo strikes with 3 runs in the bottom of the third, heading to the top of the fourth. Elks looking to answer, starting with Marcus Galvin. Against the new southpaw on the mound as that fastball is called a strike at the base of the zone. This is the left-hander Joshua Rago. 0-1 slider, popped up foul and out of play. Or make that Josh Rigo correction on the pronunciation. Rigo in relief for Tyler Clements, who was brilliant. Just gave up 1 hit in 3 innings of work. The 0-2 to Galvin. Slider popped up foul and out of play. Josh Rigo, a 9.28 ERA and 10 2/3. 8 Ks to 10 walks. Elks got to stay disciplined with Rigo, who at times has struggled with command issues. The 0-2. Slider lined into shallow center field. Coming in is the center fielder in Musser. And he makes the catch moving to his left to begin the fourth.
Tickets are also available in the Night Owls office downstairs at the stadium or by calling 250-739-6113.
With 1 out, the hitter is Dmitry Sasidko. Sasidko popped up in his first at-bat. Rigo delivers a fastball that misses up and away.
Left fielder number 14, Dmitry Susitko.
Sasidko made that error in the last inning that cost the Elks a run. On the 1-0 fastball, he checks his swing and takes a strike, but he has been so steady that you expect him to come back with a knock of his own. It was a tough play moving back in left field with the rain falling in his eyes and near the track. Just couldn't haul it in. 1-1 slider way out in front of Sasidko. It's 1-2. Rigo, the lefty, 6'3", 175 pounds from Kapa'a, Hawaii. Went to Kauai High School. And staying there at Hawaii Pacific University, where he now attends. Wind and the 1-2. Got Sasidko swinging on a slider that just stayed on the outside corner. The first strikeout for Josh Rigo. Bringing up Troy Sanders.
Second baseman number 29, Troy Sanders.
Troy Sanders struck out his first time through. Infielder newly committed to Bethune-Cookman will take a fastball up. Sanders made a great case for himself to be in the All-Star game, but what it came down to was just the lack of games played, despite being tied for second in the league in homers. Mono heater misses high. And I encourage all of you to go to the West Coast League stats page because it's pretty jarring to see the leaders in home runs with over 30 games played, and then Sanders right there with 16 total games. 2-0 changeup misses down. That's what happens when you have 2 multi-home run games already. Big swing that came 2 weeks ago at Portland that propelled the Elks over the Pickles. He's been a big-time hitter and back in the middle of this order. 3-0 count. We'll see if Alan Cox turns him away with the green light. The pitch. Fastball misses up. Ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Troy Sanders. Gets the Elks a base runner.
A very special role to the person I want to talk to tonight. And that is somebody integral to our operation here at Roxman Stadium. Terry,
that is the first walk for the Nanaimo NightOwls as a staff. Bringing up Julian Unai.
For Terry Cook tonight.
Julian Unai struck out his first time. Pitch home from Rigo's, a slider that misses away. That half inning after a team puts up multiple runs, really critical and at times can be overlooked. Just telling Nanaimo you're still here. Ball in the gap will do the trick as the 1-0 misses up to Unai. That's 6 straight balls from Rigo, who over the first 2 batters looked like he couldn't be touched. Now no longer is comfortable. The pitch. Fastball foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. 2-1. Josh Rigo didn't work a ton in his sophomore year at Hawaii Pacific, but formerly D2 first team All-State as both a utility man and a first baseman in Hawaii. The 2-1s fouled straight back from Unai. Julian Unai working a tough at-bat from Everett Community College, coming off season where he bat over 300. Impossible guy for these Elks to keep out of the lineup tonight. Sanders with an average lead off of first. He goes. 2-2 slider. Unai chases strike 3 in the dirt. Cleaning it up as Springs, he flips on to first in time, and that will end the inning. The Elks have just 1 hit through 4 frames. Had the 2-out walk to Sanders, but could not bring him in. Top of the 4th when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the 4th inning on the first pitch that the batter sees in Liam O'Day. He rolls it over to the shortstop. Unai is throw to first in time. That's how the home half of this frame gets started. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. I'm Aiden O'Neill. Thanks for joining us on this cold, windy, gloomy night in Nanaimo, British Columbia. Right at about 60 degrees with some wind, with some rain. But Nanaimo has brought the thunder with that 3-0 lead. McDougall's first pitch in to Ryder Florence is called a strike. Last inning for Ryan McDougall was a rocky one, but happy to see him back out there for another. 0-1 misses down and in. Although he gave up the home run and triple, the errors in the frame were the reason why it got out of hand, as the 1-1 is driven deep down the right field line. It is just foul, as Owen Naparalski was right on top of it, the home plate umpire. It just fell to the right side of the line. Isaac Pfeiffer was shading the hitter in Ryder Florence to the right center field alleyway, so he had to sprint a long way to his left. Wasn't able to get there, and good thing because it would have been extra bases if it was fair. Tossing in the bullpen now for the Elks is Carter Hess. The Lapine, Oregon native went to Summit High School in Bend, Oregon. Could be the plan after Doogie. Ryder Florence, his first at-bat, grounded out to Brady Pettit. That ended the second inning. 1-2. Fastball misses just high. And starting to swirl from left to right. The 2-2. Slider misses down and away. Check swing, appeal to first. Ryder Florence did not go around. Still a young middle infielder Florence is, just like McDougal being young on the mound, and his 3-2 misses up and away for ball 4. The fourth walk for Ryan McDougal.
We're back to the top of the order with your leadoff batter, brought to you by SuperTech Diesel. Find them at 4319 Bowman Drive, Nanaimo.
Poor McDougal, still so young, and I think the free passes at times can be a sign of the age. As he matures, he's going to get a lot better at commanding the zone. Is on the first pitch to Bo Musser. He grounds a single into right field, and it goes by the glove of Pfeiffer. Moving to third is the runner in Florence. Up to second is Musser. The third error in 4 innings for the Elks. And there's runners on second and third with 1 out.
Kids run the bases tomorrow after the game following the end of the series. In the name of health and exercise, join details and Nate at the third base gate after the final out for your chance to run the bases, just like your favorite night owls.
Just a simple single into right field. And Isaac Pfeiffer let it go under his glove. Overshift on for Santino Nanez, the new batter. On the first pitch he sees, he fouls it back, almost at the bunny beyond home plate after it ricocheted off the backstop.
West Coast League remains stoked. Doesn't the kids call it aura maxing? Is that what he's doing there while he cleans himself? I don't get it.
Enjoying some baseball.
Just ever so frustrating.
Enjoying the sounds of baseball?
Just tough when you hurt yourself consistently like the Elks have. 0-1 fastball lined in the left, a base hit. Coming in to score is Ryder Florence. Moving up to third is Bo Musser. It's an RBI single. They try to backpick the runner and Santino Nanez, but he's back safely. 4-0 Night Owls in the fourth.
Designated hitter number 23, Ethan Reynolds.
Nanez having a heck of a Night Owl debut. He's reached in all 3 plate appearances and just picked up an RBI single in the fourth. Bringing up Ethan Reynolds. McDougal delivers a slider that misses down and away and almost slips off the mound. You just don't want anybody in this rain with the tough playing conditions to get hurt, and especially a pitcher that's constantly planting his foot into the soft dirt. Big swing and a miss on the 1-0 on a pitch up and in tight. Ethan Reynolds, an RBI ground out back in the third inning. Ground ball would get McDougal out of it with runners on the corners. The 1-1 slider checked his swing, called a strike on location. Entering this outing, McDougal had a whip over 2, and simply because of those walks. But in his last outing, he was good. He found something. 4 innings, just 2 hits allowed against Yakima on the 4th of July. Just been tough sledding thus far. 1-2. Slider driven foul down the right field line.
Heads up, concourse heads up.
Ethan Reynolds has a strong argument for being the best hitter in the West Coast League. And a lot of the time, the best in the West. are from a small school and love this opportunity. Is the 1-2 misses low. Ethan Reynolds from Western Kentucky. Not a small school in comparison to where a lot of these guys are from, but wrapped up his last season with just 28 at-bats. So hungry this summer and has taken full advantage. The 2-2 is skied to deep right field, but in the park. Pfeiffer moving to his left will make the catch. Tagging at third and coming home is the runner in Bo Musser. He'll score on the sac fly RBI. It's 5-0, and a good at-bat from Ethan Reynolds. Two gone for Jacob Hayes. 3 runs given up in the third, 2 in the fourth. Put the Elks down 5 as McDougall's fastball is called a strike at the knees. Carter Hess now getting warm even quicker, just in case the Elks have to go to him. 0-1. Slider misses up. Santino Nanez is dancing off of first and forcing McDougall to think about him. Before that last pitch was thrown, at one point was almost 5 steps off the base. And truly dancing, going back and forth and daring McDougall to throw it. 1-1. Slider grounded softly to the shortstop. Unai comes in, Fields throws to first. That'll end the inning, but not after 2 more runs in for the Nanaimo NightOwls on an RBI single from Santino Nanez and an RBI sac fly from Ethan Reynolds. Top of the 5th. When we come back, it's 5-0. NightOwls on top. Brady Pettit stepping up to start the top of the 5th inning. Elks trail 5-0. Here on Bend Elks YouTube as the first pitch misses away. Pettit, Snakenborg, and Beck, 6, 7, and 8 due up against the southpaw as Pettit drives one deep to left field. Going back is Lee in left center. Musser coming over, and he makes the catch. The center fielder had to go a long way. Off the crack of the bat, it looked like it might be a big fly, but Pettit took on the deepest part of the yard And the Yard wins.
Shop in store online at SaveOnFoods.com. Save on Savers.
With one out, it's Nate Snakenborg, the hitter. Looking in is the lefty, and Rigo, as the first pitch goes to the backstop. Nate Snakenborg in his first at-bat grounded out to the second baseman and Mold. Still just one hit for this Elks offense. That hit was Cam Beck's bloop over the shortstop's head. 1-0 changeup called to strike. You know, baseball is a hard game, and that's been the biggest takeaway from this Elk stretch is sometimes you work hard and you try to push as many buttons right as possible as the 1-1 misses low, and you still don't come out on top. No, somebody has to be on the unfortunate side of a lot of these games, and the Elks have been more than not. Doesn't mean that things can't change in the blink of an eye, as the 2-1 misses down and in, but the longer at-bats the Elks can string together, and if their offense can show some colors of positive, then you never know. 3-1, fouled right back. Full count.
Hey, Night Owls fans, just a friendly reminder to help us keep the park clean by the
Nate Snakenborg from the University of Nevada, Reno. And one of the few guys in this atmosphere of college athletics to stick with the same group. As the full count pitch misses away, ball 4. Second walk for Josh Rigo. 1 out and a runner on for Cam Beck. Cam Beck, the one that owns the lone hit for this Elks offense. Rigo's first pitch misses up. Beck, the former #1 player out of the state of Utah from South Jordan, which is just outside of the big city. Big frame at 6'3", 230. 1-0. Fastball misses up, and when you watch Beck play, it makes sense. All the intangibles to be as good of a corner infielder as you'll see. Time is now called. Springs will go talk to Rigo. But still so young and figuring out what it takes at the college level. Didn't see a ton of time as an Oregon State Beaver despite being a highly touted prospect. And when you go to a program that good, Jace Miller saw it, also an Elk. It's tough to get your foot in the door. A team that's consistently in the NCAA tournament and has made the College World Series time and time again. 2-0 gets the outside corner. But that experience, too, for a young player like Cam Beck can't be overstated. In a locker room that breeds winners. 2-1, line down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's an extra base hit, and it's foul by a couple of feet. Cam Beck just hooked that one down the left field line. Jaden Lee gave a chase after it, but did not get there. Man, it didn't matter ultimately as it almost trickled into the warm-up session for Carter Hess in the bullpen. Rigo does the 2-2 on a changeup that misses away. Full count. A right-hander on Nanaimo's side now getting loose. Will likely be next after Rigo. Full count, 1 out in the top of the 5th. 5-0 Night Owls. The pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. Beck on it. Another one that warranted some ooze from the crowd because the bunny is about 15 to 20 feet beyond home plate, and every time it hits that backstop when it bounds back into play, it misses the bunny by a matter of inches. Got to be careful out there. The payoff, changeup misses away, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to this Elks offense has something cooking. And the batter's Isaac Pfeiffer.
Right fielder number 25, Isaac Pfeiffer.
Time is now called. Gorman Heimuller, the pitching coach for Nanaimo, also recognizing that Rigo has lost some of his command, and this also gives time for the righty to keep warming up. Game 2 of 3 of this road trip. And here in the 5th inning, the Elks' best chance at bringing home their first run. All tonight before a hectic, crazy travel day tomorrow, where the Elks have a game here at 1 o'clock, then they end and will head to Bellingham to spend the night before getting prepared for a doubleheader in Portland on Monday. So you still got 4 games left on this road trip. And winning today would do a lot because it would take pressure off of you heading into the longest travel day of 2026. Isaac Pfeiffer popped out in his first at-bat. Staying out there is Rigo. And on the first pitch Pfeiffer sees, he pops it up. Near the second baseman, infield fly is called as the second baseman in mold comes in and makes the catch. A 1-pitch out when the Elks started to have some momentum.
Back to the top of the order for the Elks. Center fielder number 10, Kaden Nato.
Pfeiffer got a good pitch to hit, and that's why he jumped on it early in the count, but it just didn't pan out. Keaton Nato up with 2 outs. The Elks last night, despite scoring 4 runs, left 12 runners on base, and that became the story, the lack of execution with runners on. First pitch to Nato, swung on and missed. This being Nato's 3rd at-bat, he's grounded out and popped out in the first 2. Snakenborg off a second, Beck off a first. Rigo's 0-1. Changeup grounded down the third base line and fair. Snakenborg's going to hit third and head home and score. It's an RBI single for Keaton Nato, and the Elks are on the board. Liam Ode, the third baseman for Nanaimo, gave it his best effort, but even with the Superman-esque dive to his right, could not stop that batted ball. Elks hope that first one can get him rolling, and that turns the page to Marcus Galvin. Rigo's still going against the lefty this time, and Galvin will ground out on the first pitch he sees. To the first baseman and Hayes, he'll touch first, and that'll end the inning.
Speaking of atmosphere, Darcy, what's the atmosphere like where you're at?
I'm going to be honest with you, today it's a bit
You get one in and you feel good about that if you're the Elks. But a couple of 1-pitch outs stifled that rally to both Galvin and Pfeiffer. Ryan McDougall's night is done, and if that's his last outing as an Elk, he was good for him all season long and deserves a big round of applause for that. Tonight, a tough night to pitch with the conditions, and it just didn't go his way. Carter Hess, the new pitcher, coming in, the Bend, Oregon native. When we come back on Bend Elks YouTube after this, it's 5-1 Owls. Bottom of the 5th inning. Elks trail the Night Owls 5-1. Carter Hess, the new pitcher into the ball game. First pitch changeup to Clark Springs is fouled back. Springs, Lee, and Mold. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 in this order due up. Good on the Elks, getting one back, getting some energy into that dugout. Hess hoping for a 0. Springs reached on an error the last time, and on the 0-1 he'll hit a side spin ground ball to the first baseman Beck, who handles it with ease and touches first. A quick one out. Carter Hess, just like a lot of these hometown Elks, living out a childhood dream in a way, coming to a lot of Elks games growing up. He's from La Pine, so the drive is a bit longer to Vince Ganna Stadium than for a normal Bend native, but still went to Summit High School. Hess's slider is called a strike, goes to Mount Hood Community College. And the state of Oregon has done Mr. Carter Hess well with his whole baseball career coming in it. 0-1. Big swing and a miss, nothing in 2. One thing about Carter Hess that you're going to get is strike throwing. The numbers are deceiving with Carter Hess having more walks than strikeouts, but he does fill up that zone. The 0-2 to Lee is popped up to shallow left center field. Sisidko got a late break, has to race in. Him and Nato collide and it falls. Racing a second is Lee. He's there on a dive as the throw goes by Sanders near the mound. A lack of communication from Nato and Sisidko result in a collision. Fortunately, they're both okay, which is the biggest deal. But another error, the 4th of the night for Bend. They give the error to Dimitri Sisidko. He was the first to the ball. Bring it up Easton Mold. Hess goes to a changeup that's called a strike. I'll reiterate it once again. It's tough to win games when you commit this many errors. Puts the Elks behind their own 8 ball. 0-1 slider misses down and away. That time just nobody you can fault with Sisidko and Nato looking to make a play. And tough communication-wise with both running at full speed in that big outfield. Mold is 0 for 1 with a walk. 1-1, grounded to Pettit at third. It goes by him on one hop. Rounding third and heading home is Lee. Sisidko misses it and left, and moving up to second is Mold. It is inconceivable what is going on right now. 6-1 Night Owls. Brady Pettit tried to get it on the short hop. I think they're going to rule it an RBI single, which is fair because it would have been a tough play on a tough hop, but Pettit, a smooth defender at third, would have said he should have made that play, and on the first pitch to Liam O'Day, he's nicked with a slider on the elbow, hit by a pitch, and will head down to first.
Shortstop number 2, Ryder Flores.
Runners on first and second for Ryder Flores, or Florence. Hess's fastball is called a strike at the belt. I think they called it an RBI single on Easton Mold looking back a couple of batters. But then when Sisidko missed it and left, it went by him a few feet. That resulted in an error as the 0-1 is grounded into left field, a base hit. Sisidko picks it up, he throws it into the cutoff man Pettit. They're loaded with one out, and this game is starting to get away from the Elks. 4 straight runners have reached. Mold had an RBI single. Sisidko booted it. An error moved him up to second. And then O'Day was hit by a pitch. Florence hits a ground ball base hit through the left side. The game in the balance, and the hitter's Bo Musser. Bottom of the 5th, 6-1 Owls, bases juiced. Hess's pitch, changeup called a strike. Musser homered in the 3rd inning. Got this offense going, was the first run that crossed home for the Night Owls. 0-1 fastball, misses down and away. The left-hander Owen Smith starting to throw in the Elks bullpen. Musser's had a good series and 2 for 3 tonight. 1-1. Changeup, skied to medium deep center field. Nato's coming in, he'll make the catch. Tagging at third is Easton Mold. The throw goes all the way there. They got him! What a throw! A hose at home, and Easton Mold is cut down. A double play thanks to the brilliance on defense from the Elks. We'll go to the 6th. 1 run in for the Night Owls. It's 6-1. Top of the 6th inning, Nanaimo answers back with one of their own. 6-1 the score, and Dmitry Sisidko stepping up. He'll take a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Still not over, though, the defensive brilliance from Keaton Nato, who has showcased big league attributes in center field all season long. And that's what a big league center fielder does. Makes the catch a throw to home that wasn't even on a hop and was caught by Snakenborg, who applied the tag on Easton Mold. As soon as Dimitri Sasidko took that fastball for a strike on the outside corner, he immediately signaled to the dugout that he was in need of another helmet. Maybe just not comfortable enough, I'm not sure. But he walked to the dugout, got a new helmet, and now he's ready. 0-1. Fastball misses up and away. This is the right-hander Cody O'Donnell. O'Donnell entering for Rigo. This crowd's starting to pick up. 1-1. Fastball grounded sharply on a couple of hops to Florence at short. His throw to first gets Dimitri. Troy Sanders, 0 for 1 tonight, will hit with 1 away. Elks just 2 hits to Nanaimo's 6. O'Donnell's pitch, a fastball that misses down and away. This is O'Donnell's first out-in with the Nanaimo NightOwls. Bullpen for Coach Andrachuk getting deeper. 1-0 heater misses high. O'Donnell from Everett Community College, just like a lot of guys in this game. On the Elk side, of course, Julian Unai, Garrett Schmokel. They used to have Jabari Simon. And on Nanaimo's side, a guy who had 2 home runs last night, Malachi Noe from Everett. And so's O'Donnell. The 2-0 is laced foul into the parking lot, well to the left. Sanders got a good pitch to hit, but just hooked it. Troy, the power threat, looking to get it back going. 2-1, skips in for a ball all the way to the backstop. Once again, near that bunny, but misses him. Sanders has been an easy guy to root for. His father, Anthony, appeared in 13 games in the majors, and now the first base coach for the Detroit Tigers. As Sanders chops the 3-1 to the left side of the infield. It's kicked by O'Day, the third baseman. And the first error for Nanaimo allows Troy Sanders to reach safely at first.
Shortstop number 3, Julian Unai.
The Elks will take it any way they can get it, especially with 5 errors on their side. The 2 Everett teammates will get to go up against each other now. O'Donnell looking into Julian Unai. O'Donnell fires. Fastball that's fouled right back. Julian Unai hoping, though, to make that jump to the Division I level, and just by watching him for a couple of weeks, the intangibles to do so, not even a couple of weeks. He debuted earlier this week. It's felt like a couple with how long this road trip has been. But Unai's been ultra impressive. 0-1 changeup, crushed into left center field, but Lee had a good beat on it. It was a good barrel, good route to the ball by the left fielder. 2 outs.
Third baseman number 6, Brady Pettit.
And the hitter will be Brady Pettit. The Bunnies have made their way back to left field. There are now about 10 in left field alone, and none others on the field besides the lone Bunny beyond home plate. First pitch to Pettit, called a strike. But somehow, at least so far in 2 games, the Bunnies have stayed out of the way. There hasn't been a pop-up where the third baseman has to range back and runs through all those Bunnies. Fastball misses down and away. We hope it stays that way. No doubles down the left field line. Might as well just close that part of the field off. Sanders with a short lead off of first. 1-1. Pettit swings through a fastball at the top of the zone, 1-2. BP 0 for 2 so far tonight, and we'll call time. Is on that big swing. He's holding his neck a little bit. Not sure what happened, as Johnny Kemp's going to go and check on him too. He's running his finger down where his esophagus is and is gripping the skin underneath his neck. I don't know if maybe a bug caught him on that swing or chain popped up and scratched his neck. But he appears to be okay and will step back in the box. 1-2 with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th, Sanders off of first in this 6-1 game. The pitch, fastball. Flared to the second baseman and Mold, and that'll end the inning as he catches it on the fly. Sanders gets on due to the error, but nothing more for the Elks offense. Carter Hess out for another inning of work when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the 6th inning, 6-1 Night Owls. And in between the frame, still Brady Pettit favoring his neck. Alan Cox is describing to Cody Andrechuk what happened as Pettit went over to talk with Alan again, but he then jogs out to his third base spot. Somehow he injured the bottom of his neck on that swing. And I'm intrigued to ask him about it post-game because that's an awkward one you do not see every day. Hess will work into Nanez on a changeup that's called a strike. 2, 3, and 4 up in the Night Owl order. This night has cruised along because of the Elk side not producing much offense. 0-1 changeup. Grounded softly to Sanders at second. He fields and throws to first for the first out. So 1 out for Ethan Reynolds, the ever-dangerous 3-hole batter. Take a changeup to misses low. Carter Hess viewed as an innings eater, and especially in Game 2 of the series, if he can save some bullpen for tomorrow, that would be critical, even if the Elks don't come all the way back. Reynolds taps the 1-0 foul.
Now playing center field for the Bend Elks, number 2, Eli Pupo.
Eli Pupo, the new defensive center fielder for the Elks. And that means that Keaton Nato is out of this game, because Isaac Pfeiffer is still in right, so that's something to watch out for. As the 1-1 is roped right back up the middle by Reynolds for a base hit. I wonder if Keaton Nato may have hurt his arm on that throw to home, because the last play that he made was the catch in center field, the frozen rope to home that cut down Easton Mold. He has been the story of this game, so I hope that he's not out with injury. Jacob Hayes with 1 out will take a slider that misses high. Been the Elks spark plug, a guy they need, but Pupo also provides similar characteristics. Ground ball would get Hess out of it. 1-0 changeup, flip to the shortstop, and Unai, who catches it on the fly. Scurrying back to first is Reynolds. 2 outs for Hess. The hitter being Clark Springs, the right-hander. Hess comes set and delivers. Slider that misses down and away. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 count with 2 outs. 6-1 the score, Nanaimo. And the runner off of first in Ethan Reynolds, who picked up his first hit of the night. 1-0 changeup. Lined into left field for a base hit. In front of Sisidko. Reynolds moves up to second. Nanaimo really hitting tonight. Another knock. Their bats have been firing since the jump. Eight hits in total for the Night Owls. 2 outs and Jaden Lee, the batter. 8 hits to just 2 for the Elks. Hess comes home on a slider that misses low. Really nothing to put your finger on for why the Elks offense has been how it's been. And I attribute it back to what I said earlier, that baseball sometimes is just that difficult. The 1-0 is blooped into shallow left field over the head of Unai and falling in front of Sisidko for a base hit. Coming in to score is Ethan Reynolds, and it's 7-1 Night Owls. They just dinked and dunked their way to bringing in another run. Reynolds had the hard hit, but Springs and Lee back to back. 2 soft hit singles. Now 7 runs on 9 hits. Easton Mold steps up and will ground the first pitch slider back up the middle. Unai boots it. Another error. Rounding third and heading home is the runner. He'll score. Now moving up to third is Jaden Lee. Up to second is Easton Mold. And a costly error from Julian Unai gives the Elks at least their 6th error of the night. It could be errors number 6 and 7, because Unai committed 1 on the field and then 1 on the throw. So the 1 on the field allowed for the runner to reach safe at first. Yeah, that's a 2-error play, I believe. Or one of them actually goes on Sanders, because what Unai did was throw it to second to try to backpick the runner. Then Sanders threw it away. So that's an E6 for Mold to reach, and then an E7 to bring in a run. As the first pitch to Liam Ode misses in and hits him. The bases are loaded. It's 8-1 Night Owls. That is the second consecutive at-bat for Liam Ode, where he was hit by a pitch in the first pitch he saw. Bases loaded for Ryder Florence, who jumps on the first pitch he sees. Amidst all this chaos, it's now 8-1 Night Owls, 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. They've scored a run in every inning since the 3rd. 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and now 2 in the 6th. Hess is 0-1. Fastball skied to straightaway right field. Pfeiffer moves to his left, will make the catch. A bunny has crept its way onto the field, and that will end the inning. Another 2-error inning. The board up there here in the stadium in Nanaimo has 5 errors. I personally have 7 because of the error on the field-in play by Julian Unai and then the throwaway by Sanders. Those are both errors on 2 different guys. And then one earlier when Ryan McDougall tried to pick off Santino Nanez. It went by Cam Beck. That allowed for Nanez to advance a base, so that also considered an error. Tough night in Nanaimo. Elks playing severe catch-up, down 7. We'll go to the 7th on Bend Elks YouTube. Top of the 7th inning. Still working is Cody O'Donnell, and his first pitch to Nate Snakenborg misses outside. 8-1 the score as the rain begins to fall again. Nanaimo taking advantage of 2 costly errors for the Elks in the last inning. 1-0 is called a strike to Snake at the knees. Snakenborg, Beck, and Pfeiffer, 7, 8, and 9 due up. 1-1 fastball, grounded foul, and near the bunny up the third baseline, just avoided him. All the hoodies coming on for the Elks in the dugout to try and stay dry. Also a cold night, so in that open air, getting nippy. 1-2, Snakenborg chases down and strikes out. On a positive side, the Elks haven't struck out nearly as much tonight, but even with that, the offense hasn't gotten going. That's just their 6th strikeout here in the 7th inning. Had 62 entering tonight over the last 4 games, so not even in that same category. O'Donnell looks into Beck, and as O'Donnell was ready to pitch home, he slipped on the rubber due to how soggy it's become. and wasn't able to let go of the pitch. So he'll instead step off and get the mud off of his cleats. Getting ready to dig back in. The pitch. Big breaking ball misses up. I still think O'Donnell doesn't have full control of that plant foot due to the conditions. Cam Beck, a single and a walk. Been a bright spot for the Elks offensively as the 1-0's called a strike on the outer third. This has been a great year for Nanaimo, and you got to give them a lot of credit coming to play again tonight. 20-17, they won last night, and this is coming off last year being below 500. 1-1 heater misses low. Showing the depth of the North. Them, Kelowna, Wenatchee, Bellingham, Victoria, all competitive. 2-1 to Beck. Gets the outside corner. Base hit would give that Elks dugout something to get up for. As the 2-2 skied to deep left field, but so high that it's going to hang up for Lee, the left fielder. And he makes the catch. Two outs for Isaac Pfeiffer. All O'Donnell has done since coming in is just throw strikes, and it's worked. Putting the ball in the Elks court. Curveball misses down and in. 8 runs on 9 hits for the Night Owls. 1 run on 2 hits for the Elks with 7 errors on Bend's side. 1-0 fastball popped up foul and out of play. Owen Smith, likely the next arm we'll see from Bend. The southpaw from Grossmont College, a San Diego native. Only seen him one other time before. 1-1 to Fife. Popped up foul and out of play, kicking himself, missing a couple of fastballs down the heart of the plate. O'Donnell just 5 innings this last year at Everett. 0-2 fastball misses up. Make that 2-2 now. But had a 1.8 ERA, 6 Ks to 2 walks. Two-two. Fastball just off the plate, according to Nick Moore. Walking off the mound was O'Donnell, who thought he had strike 3. Pfeiffer stays alive. The who's echoing Nanaimo Stadium. Repping the Owl sound. 3-2 fastball misses away. A walk to Isaac Pfeiffer. And the Elks have a 2-out runner. Eli Pupo will dig in his first at bat for Keaton Nato. After Nato made that brilliant play in center field defensively, Pupo entered in center. Pupo fouls it right back off the net. You never want to assume anything, but would align that Nato may have gotten hurt on that throw somehow, and that's why he had to exit. Off a first is Pfeiffer. The 0-1. Fastball, grounded, back up the middle and through for a base hit. Pfeiffer moves up to second. Wasn't hit hard, but neither Florence or Mold could get to it. And after Keaton Nato was having a good night, he's the only guy that's knocked in a run for the Elks. Eli Pupo picks up right where he left off with a hit himself. And the first hit the Elks have had since Nato was up in the 5th. Runners on first and second with 2 outs, top 7. The hitter, Marcus Galvin. Galvin 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of ground outs to the first baseman, Hayes. O'Donnell uncoils, throws a changeup right down the middle for a strike. Galvin, after the last 3 years at GCU in the transfer portal, looking for that next chapter, and has had a great summer to put himself back on the map. 0-1 misses down. Obviously outstanding defensively. When that bat comes along for the ride, he becomes a complete player, and it really has. An average over 280 and 7 driven in is on the 1-1. He's going to skyball to center field, but Musser is there and will squeeze it to end the 7th. It's stretch time here in Nanaimo. 8-1 Night Owls on the Bend Elks YouTube page. We'll step aside and be back right after this. Owen Smith, the left-hander, in for the Elks in the bottom of the 7th. And Bo Musser will dig in, the left-hander, to lead it off for Nanaimo, the top of their order this frame. Musser, Nanez, and Reynolds. Smith, fire in the 0-1, and it's called a strike. Smith comes set on the 0-2. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. And Snakenborg squeezes it. A great start for Owen Smith's night. Quick one out to a guy the Elks have had trouble putting away, and Bo Musser. Santino Nanez, another lefty. Stepping up against Smith as his fastball misses up and away. Smith has just thrown 1 inning so far, entering this outing. Gave up 1 earned, 1 walk, no Ks. After a year at Grossmont, 1-0 heater called a strike at the base of the zone. Staying close to home at Grossmont, which is in San Diego County. Owen Smith from there. and has talked about how cool it is being able to be close to home. 1-1 misses down low. You know, there's a lot of times when it's tough for parents of these players to see each of their games, and when you're close in the same region, it just makes it that much easier. 2-1 fastball misses away. Brady Pettit, the Elks third baseman, was talking about it. He's also from San Diego, and he was at St. Mary's these last couple of years. It's not the easiest when both your parents have full-time jobs for them to come and watch you all the time. 3-1 fastball gets the outside corner. Full count. So Pettit going to San Diego State next year, really looking forward to the next step of his journey in front of his parents. Full count pitch is way outside from Smith, and Snakenborg can't catch it. Goes to the backstop, ball 4. Tonight the free passes have come in a different form with the errors. Still, I believe that's the 5th walk tonight for the Elks. Ethan Reynolds steps in and lines one down the third base line fair. No chance for Pettit. Hitting second and racing to third is Nanez. It rattles up in the corner off the L screen, and the home plate umpire has a signal with his hands. Coming in to score is Nanez. The throw goes by Pettit, then the throw to third to try to get Reynolds. Not in time on the tag. 9-1 Night Owls now. That was a peculiar play, and I'm not sure if they were going to call it a ground rule double. That's why I stopped for a moment. But Mike Moore was looking right down that line. It was a double that went down there, and there's a net with the same fabric that an L screen would possess, and it hit off of that and stopped in front of it, preventing Sisidko from cutting it off. But they must have talked before the game that that was a part of the field of play, because no dispute from Alan Cox. Batter now is Jacob Hayes. I wonder if this goes down as an RBI double or an RBI triple, because of where it hit and how that entire play developed. What we do know is the 9th run is in, and Ethan Reynolds adds on to his league-leading RBI total with 2 tonight. 1-1. Changeup misses away. The bunny now that was all the way near the dugout is right in front of home plate, so I just pray that Jacob Hayes doesn't line one into the ground. 2-1 fastball misses in tight. Make it 2-1 now, because if that was the case, would not be good for anybody and not a welcome sight. Smith's pitch, fastball misses high. Coming from San Diego, Smith competing against a lot of highly touted talent in the state, and was the 19th ranked lefty coming out of California in high school. As the 3-1 fastball is called a strike on the inside corner. Hayes thought he saw ball 4, so tossed his glove, or tossed his bat.
See you all post-game tomorrow here at the Rocks.
We'll have to step back in. 3-2. Fastball misses high. Another walk for Smith.
That's another free pass brought to you by Ireland Savings, where they give you personalized advice so you can knock your financial planning out of the park. Become a member today.
Time is now called as they're hoping to run the bunny off the field during this mound visit. Nate Snakenborg going to talk to Smith. The bunny now up the first baseline, in between home and first, where the new batter in Clark Springs, if he's running down to first, he's going to have to avoid it. Rain is starting to come down harder here in Nanaimo. Bottom of the 7th. Smith fires and springs is late on a fastball. 9-1 Nanaimo. 0-1 one out. Runners on the corners to Springs. Smith's 0-1 is popped up, foul, and out of play. These lopsided affairs are tough for both sides because it really does test your focus. How locked in you can be in a game that may be out of reach. 0-2. Misses up and away on a fastball. Not as much wind now, but the rain still pattering down pretty heavily. Heavier than we've seen all night. 1-2. Grounded to the shortstop, and Unai who boots it. Another error for the Elks. Coming in to score is Reynolds. It's 10-1. So 6 errors on the box score, but they very well could have 7 or 8. Not sure of the exact total because there was a couple of plays where multiple errors were committed, but only were tallied as 1. So we'll just go with what's on the board with 6. It's 10-1 Owls. Bringing up Jaden Lee. Fastball misses up and away. Julian Unai, who's as steady as you can get up the middle. A tough night defensively amidst these conditions. Mono Heater misses up, and Smith struggling with finding the zone. Went to Cathedral Catholic in San Diego. Competitive region for baseball, producing a couple of athletes on this Elks team as the 2-0 folds in. Both Nate Snakenborg and Isaiah Fudge, also from San Diego. Pettit from San Diego. Pretty cool to see the forces reuniting in Central Oregon. 3-0 pitch, called a strike at the knees. This is Jaden Lee's 5th at bat. He had an RBI single in the 6th. Reached on an error back in the 5th. 3-1. Misses high. Another base on balls, loads the bases. And we got an arm warming up for the Elks, a right-hander. Alan Cox will walk out at. Looks like he's going there. Owen Smith in just his 2nd outing with the Elks. Not one he'll be fond of or remember in that light. As the rain continues to pour down. As soon as we get this righty, we'll let you know and update you on that. 10-1, Nanaimo, bottom of the 7th. 10 hits for the Night Owls to 3 for the Elks, but up there, 6 errors for Bend have been the difference and open that door wide for Nanaimo to sneak in and cross home plate a lot. Well, I got you here. Thanks so much for joining us on Bend Elks YouTube tonight. Been awesome to be a part of this journey to continue to make our stream a whole lot better for home games, and I'm with you every game on the road, so I appreciate it. Regarding everybody that's an ad-free Elk Streams member, though, make sure you are watching on the separate members-only stream, not the public stream. It is the same live game broadcast, just on a separate YouTube stream with ads turned off. To watch ad-free, go to the Bend Elks YouTube channel, find tonight's stream labeled members-only ad-free stream, and open that one. Not a member yet? Hit the join button on the Bend Elks YouTube channel and choose ad-free Elk Streams to support the broadcast and watch without YouTube ads. I think as soon as I looked down at my scoreboard, they just called the game, and I think not only because of weather, but because of this lopsided affair. I don't know if Alan Cox said something to the umpires and said, we're done tonight, we need to save arms for tomorrow. But what I do know is the game has been called, and the final is 10-1 through 7 innings.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the fact that the game is being called, I will announce our winning 50-50 draw. And the winner is taking home $1,335.
Well, that's a rarity.
D as in David.
That's the first time this season we've had a game called early. The rain is coming down, but not hard enough to warrant this game being canceled if it was close. I'm not sure. And once again, unaware if it was Alan Cox's doing, the umpire's doing. It was as simple as a pitching change was started. And I looked down at my scorebook, a new pitcher's coming in. You look up and the teams on each side are starting to head to their respective dugouts. That'll mark the second consecutive loss for the Elks tonight in a tough one. It's 10-1 the final in 7 innings. Nanaimo takes the series. The Elks drop another series, and they move to 4-11 on the road. It has just been dreadful doing away from home, and it's hard to point to one thing in particular. I think tonight it was the errors with 6 of them. Elks couldn't bounce back, but then you also can look at the offense. 1 run on just 3 hits. The Elks, the last time they won a series was against the Walla Walla Sweets, which was 4th of July week. And Elks ended up losing that weekend to Yakima. They lost to Victoria to start this week, and now we'll have to avoid the sweep tomorrow against the Night Owls. It ended quick, and it was lopsided throughout. Nanaimo improves to 21-17 on the summer. The Elks fall to 13-20, 7 games below 500. And on this road trip, make it now 1-4 with 3 games to go. Felt like entering this road trip one where you needed to win 5 games to feel good about it, to stay attached in the WCL South standings. And the Elks have faltered. Ryan McDougall got the start. He had 4 strikeouts, but didn't command the zone to the best of his abilities. Gave up a crooked number in the 3rd with 3 runs allowed. They turned to Carter Hess, then Owen Smith. And yes, the pitching gave up 10, but the defense behind him didn't help out at all. Tyler Clements was great on the mound on Nanaimo's side to start. They then went to Rigo and O'Donnell. Both sides threw 3 pitchers. Elks had a good performance out of Keaton Nato with an RBI single and outstanding defensive play in center field. Didn't strike out nearly as much, with only 6 and none of them looking. Still the same result though. Nanaimo takes game 2. As always, I'm Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. Thanks so much for taking some time out of your Saturday night. We will see you tomorrow, a rare 1 o'clock start in the West Coast League, some afternoon baseball. So enjoy your Sunday after church, after your morning activities, and come and join me on Bend Elks YouTube, the final game of 3 before we head to Portland to wrap up this road trip, have a makeup doubleheader on Monday. Until then, have a great rest of your night. We're going to get dry on this gloomy, rainy night in Nanaimo. We'll see you tomorrow.